three.
Betray the world, then let the world betray me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You all are watching none other than IESF World Esports Championship Road to Riyadh. This is your boy Skirmishes this time around on the casting desk, and alongside me is going to be none other than the most amazing man that I was a part of for the same desk yesterday as well, Linville. How are you doing, my boy?
Thank you very much for the introduction, Skiriet. Hello, guys. Welcome to the tournament here. We're going to have two teams on our side, red and blue, and it's going to be Nigeria as well as Senegal facing off against each other for a best of one series here. But already starting for both teams' side, and it's looking pretty standard, I'd say. What do you think, Skiriet?
I would absolutely agree with you, apart
Yeah.
from the fact that there's a Yuzhong ban as the first one. But again, I kind of would agree with you over the fact that Yuzhong might just be a ban in a situation where they themselves would want to pick something like along the lines of a Louis or maybe a Novaria, so that you can cancel out that entire backline access.
Yeah.
And on the
Yeah,
other
that's
side,
fair.
Chip, Roger, very standard ban. I think so, since Harith has been banned out, they might as well ban away a Moscow, or maybe if they really want, they could ban out Matilda.
Yep, that's true. And no, it seems that it's gonna be a support ban instead. Carmilla as well, though. It's a bit strange considering most of the really strong junglers, such as this Fredrin here, is gonna be open, and Big Daddy Hades is gonna have a really good time on that. We did see the side of the blue team side here, Team Nigeria, have a really fun snowball game yesterday. They did 2-0, so will we see that happen in this scenario? I'm very curious to see what the side of Senegal has in store for us.
Makes the two of us here, Linville, makes the two of us, because I'm absolutely excited about the exact same thing right now, and I love the
Just
draft
the
that's
two
finally
of
coming in,
us.
because finally you got the reference that I actually wanted. Just
Yeah.
the two of us. All right. But for
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
we've got three people on the other side, right? There's a Fredrin, there's a Faramis, there's a Minotaur. I kind of like the idea, but at the same time, I really hate it, because the fact there's Yakuza on Louis on the other side, and with a
Ooh.
Faramis, you really want to stay up close together, right, in that specific circle
Yep,
for
yep,
the
yep.
Nether Realms, and that's what Louis wants. So you're technically playing into the cards of Senegal in terms of the draft
Yeah.
as well, and I love the Xbox pick. Against a Fredrin, you want someone that can deal a true damage, and he can be flexed into the EXP as well as in the jungle. So the next banning phase will be dictated by Senegal.
Indeed. And the current composition from side of Senegal is very strong and explosive with the amount of damage they can provide in either sides here. As well as, if they get the upper hand in the first action, it's going to be really hard to recover if you're side of Team Nigeria here, especially with these like really strong burst AoE characters like the Louis and the Export. I know I'm saying it again and again, but it's just that they're just that of a awesome combination, and you do not want to face against that, especially with Matilda here just providing so much mobility as well as knock-up potential
Agreed.
combo with guiding lights. And if you combine the TP potential from the Louis, that's Senegal's just gonna have a really fun time.
I would 100% agree with you, and considering the fact that there's a Terizla ban, there's an Arlet ban,
Oh,
it is understandable that the Xbox
yeah.
is now going into that EXP lane, so they're just trying to choke down that EXP hero pool. But on the other side, banning out the Barats, banning out the Basha, so they're kind of forcing the side of Senegal to go in towards something like an Akai jungle or maybe a Martis into the jungle. I would love a Martis pick in this case, but they first lock in their gold laner. That's going to be a Nathan. I love the idea, because again, all of those basic attacks that go back and forth will be bouncing off through all of
Indeed.
the people who will stay together in the Nether Realm itself. All he needs to do is survive the Minoan Fury, and for that he's going for the Purify.
Indeed. And it seems like it's going to be Trevor on the Clint facing up against this Nathan. And it is a semi favorable matchup, I'd say. But they do have the Matilda to support. So once that level 4 hits, Team Senegal is going to be super strong. And as you mentioned and predicted, there is the Koi, which is quite very strong here, especially for disrupting the composition which Team Nigeria has. And if they don't take Purify, I think they might have a really tough situation in their hands.
Yeah, that is true. And Soul Reaper is
Yeah,
the one who basically needs that purifier
indeed.
100%, and that's exactly what he's going on with. So, in terms of that EXP lane matchup, I still feel it's again going to be the same back and forth stuff, right, between Crest and
Yep, yep.
Diablo. It's going to be super boring. We don't really want to focus down on that one. But one important factor that is going to determine the flow of this game is going to be who's going to win the mid lane matchup. Because normally it should be Louis along with the Mathilda. They should have those fast rotations. So, Yakuza as well as Pimp, they should be the ones who'll be having that advantage. But yes, at the same time, I think so. If Minotaur and Faramis they play their cards right, they can try and match up that pace, or at least can play in for the re-engage. So, Linville, quickly make that guess. Who do you think is going to win? Wait a second, I'll ask you in a bit. As
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen, we're jumping into the land of dawn. It's going to be Nigeria on the blue side taking on Senegal on the red side. This is just a do or die matchup, so you have to win or there's no second chance. Now, Linville, coming back to the exact same question, whose draft do you think is better?
You're putting me right on the spot here, Scary. All right, but I favoring Team Senegal's composition more because slightly due to the reason why Team Nigeria is very reliant on their setups. So once if that fails, they don't really have a sort of backup strategy, since their room for error is very less. And even right now, Crest is being melted down. I think he might go down here.
Yeah, he potentially would be now. There comes in
There it is.
Mathilda, and with that damage, Mathilda. This is a battle, Mathilda. I'm telling you, Linville. If you don't know the reference that I'm trying to talk about it, you might as well ask Kronos a little bit later about it. But this is a battle,
Indeed, I
Mathilda.
will.
Battle, Mathilda. Just use this terminology. Use the term battle, Mathilda. That is what my world is for now, and my world is playing all around the world. Look at him going directly down, back over towards that gold lane, making sure that he is supporting Gun Kid for now.
Indeed. But I don't think there will be any skirmishes happening soon, but never mind. Look at that damage there from Yakuza.
That's
From his Soul Reaper is like not having a great time. As yesterday, especially since yesterday or previous matches, we saw him either dominating lane or having at least a steady amount of gameplay to be seen. But currently, this Louis is just pulling him out of this position with more pressure being applied currently in the goal. They're shifted towards the turtle that is upcoming and running for team sides. Oh, that's the running Minotaur. Okay.
yeah, they're just trying to make sure that everyone's getting their main levels. Now here
Indeed.
we go. Soul Reaper is the one who's level 4 yet, but for now, if you look at Rockstar, he is still level 3. Not yet attaining that important level 4 mark, but it's absolutely fine. My world is in the same situation. There comes in the heavy spins as well, but Hades is the one who secures the turtle quickly, as well as Rockstar wants to run away with the lasting insanity, but there comes in the falling star moon. Re-engage from the side of Nigeria. Really want to take my world out of this picture, and they'll be able to do so. No need for appraisers, rather there's no need for him to delete anyone who's already been deleted.
Indeed, very fair trade come in from Team Nigeria here. One kill off from each side, but still getting a turtle on the other hand, though. Basically, could capitalize off of this, perhaps from
True.
either going towards goal lane since the export has recalled. So, as the pathing from Team Nigeria here right now is looking pretty good with Frederick marching towards goal lane as well. And it is going to be pretty hard to dive this Matilda Nathan combo as they have double dash if you consider Matilda's abilities as well alongside that and the burst potential. I think they might even be able to 2v4 here if given the chance. Oh, the
There comes
TP.
in. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, he was just waiting for them for now. But again, there's a knock-up coming into the Miron Fury. But what a lovely heavy spin, forcing out the flicker from Trevor. He did survive this engagement, but alright, I mean, they kind of had all the keys in their favor, right? They knew every single thing that
Yeah.
was already happening around it. But again, in terms of the neutral objectives, if you talk to me, Linville, about that, you can clearly see that Hades is the one who's trying to steal away all of those common creeps and as well as those gargoyle creeps
Indeed.
away. So that basically means he's going to have the advantage in terms of that level. The Circling Eagle used up only to get that knockback effect, but does not matter. There's no one to capitalize on the back of it.
For sure, for sure. But still, Team Senegal, they're not really seeing to punish Team Nigeria from all of this. And it's quite understandable since they used all the resources in the bot lane against that Minotaur. But we're going to see a little bit of gank here coming from the Esmeralda, but the rest of Team Nigeria here is still waiting for the neutral objectives and the turtle spawning in a matter of few seconds. Though Heavy Spin as well as Matilda's circling Eagle is going to be ready for any action. Spotted in the bushes, trying to go in, Ram is poking a little bit, and
There comes in the Minoan Fury along with the Flicker as well over to the backline. There comes in the Nether Realms cancelled out. Damage does not matter as there comes in the Circling Eagle along with the Heavy Spin to push out Fredrin of that Turtle Pit. And that is the power of this Panda. You really can't fight him in that Beyblade battle. You will have to concede every single thing because this is stronger than a Pegasus. And that is exactly what Killuane showed us. Yeah, it took me a
I
second.
didn't get the
it
reference.
took me a second.
yeah. But, oh,
Uh-oh.
looks like it's going to be another skirmish.
Absolutely, but the last
Never mind.
he used the lasting insanity to try and slow them down, only if he had an Ice Queen wand.
A little bit forceful, you could say, from side Team Senegal here, trying to find at least either kill or maybe take an objective from a turret, though. Skirmish happening in the goal lane side. Gonna poke down these marksmen up a little bit, though. Help might be received from Team Nigeria there, with Mentor possibly dive into this Nathan and get a turret for the side of Team Nigeria. That's maybe giving a little bit more goal lead, even the inside of XP lane. The export here being poked a little, but it's going to be a little hard to dive an export with an Esmeralda as well as a Fredrin, considering he has the last incentive. No crest here, playing with fire.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Blue fire. Blue fire, blue flames. Normally people would go for the Bumblebee skin, but yeah, it's fine. I mean, the blue fire, it looks cool. It looks cool. Can finally...
I think he's based, for taking this one.
I would not deny that. I would not deny that. I would agree with you on that fact. But here's the thing. I mean, let's be brutally honest. That Camaro actually looks pretty cool. But for now, what's not looking cool is, of course, the situation of Trevor. He could be caught. Minoan Fury into the tower itself with the Circling Eagle should be enough to take Rockstar down. They managed to do that. Now it's just Trevor trying to stay alive. Hades joins into the fight as well, showing the wrath of this Greek god. Finally will be moving backwards. Flicker forced out from Trevor. That's going to be again a good chunk of damage out there. And Gun will be finished off. Gunned down, taken out of this fight. Nether Realms to try and force the issue. And just as you mentioned, Linville, it's a bit too forceful coming in from their side, but it's fine if they find the Yakuza just like that. Another Circling Eagle into the tower itself for my world to run out of the harm's way, only for Kilo to be left alone, left standing, and now not even that. Kung Fu Panda is solid in 1v1, but not in a 4v1.
What am I seeing? Team Nigeria is staying in the turret for more than 15 seconds, taking turns to tank that. And just, punishing teams Senegal for being a little bit more aggressive in the end. And, they're like benefiting so much currently, even with invades here coming from Mentor, to maybe distract Team Senegal from the objectives that are currently being taken. But if you take a look at either lanes, the pressure that's being applied by Team Nigeria has been phenomenal as well. Even Crest not here, not being punished, because what can you really do against an Esmeralda in the mid-game phase? Unless you have some sort of heavy damage or crowd control. Diablo. Ooh.
Honestly, at this point, I kind of want to see Crest build up a Radiant armor instead of an Oracle. Because understandable, Oracle gives you a bit of an extra bit of healing in terms of that shield. But there's a Nathan on the other side. There's a Yakuza on Louis on the other side. It's going to be a big chunk of magic damage burst thrown at your face. It's like a tank rolling towards you. You can't do anything. So you might as well just try and make that Radiant armor to survive for a little bit longer duration. On the other side though, I think so Trevor, if I'm not wrong, is what is he cooking up? A sea halberd?
I mean, don't question my man's Trevor. He knows what he's doing.
Alright, but for now, that was in play. Yakuza cooking for something up, but they were already ready for that because Fredrin, he was there. He saw all of it. And there comes in again some of the fire missiles as well. Rockets being pulled backwards. Fredrin will be going in for the knockup appraisers. Rat does not catch anyone. As Diablo was in his immunity phase. And yes, that's a sea halberd from Trevor. Not quite sure as to if that works on a Clint right now or not. I would have preferred maybe a Malefic Roar or a Blade of Despair.
No, I think it's pretty beneficial though. Okay, Mino and Fury coming in inside the turret.
Absolutely, along with the Nether Realms as well. Now, this
Yeah.
is one of the reasons why they can stay in
What?
the tower for a longer duration.
Dang.
Falling Star Moon trying to stop them. Diablo seems to be in trouble as of now, but again, a lot of tower being done. Tower damage being dealt to none other than Soul Reaper himself. Now, the
How
re-engage.
did no one die?
It's a, don't ask me that.
What?
Don't ask me that. Nether Realms into so many tanky heroes who are jiggling the tower damage perfectly. Finally, they take the tier 1 of the top side out as well. Nigeria are playing into their win conditions.
Indeed. And you know, no one getting like leaving the battlefield unscathed, unpunished, getting turret alongside of that. Team Nigeria is
Crazy.
benefiting like money, like in the bank currently right now. It's skyrocketing for them, with the goal being in a deficit of 4K currently, with most of it being on to the side of Trevor here. And as you mentioned, the Sea Halberd, although a little bit unconventional, it's going to be pretty useful coming in into these team fights here with these really tanky units. But the side of, okay, Hades
pin.
getting stunned.
Absolutely, that's a very good pin, and without letting him land even a single knockup, he's been finished off as well, and the Nether Realms not saving Rockstar whatsoever. Gun seems to be in trouble because Trevor is gunning him down. This cowboy says yeehaw, but does not catch anyone. Tried to land in that final shot too, but it's absolutely fine. My world will have to retreat back because this is Trevor's village.
World.
Village? Countryside? No, I didn't
Maybe.
want to use the word. What is the territory of a cowboy called?
Uh, town, sure. Although, wait,
I guess
we'll
so.
have to
I guess
see.
so. But wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Yakuza needs to run away.
No.
Ain't no Japan this area, but
Tried.
it's absolutely fine because Trevor was gunned down from multiple directions. I mean, he's pretty solid in terms of those gunfights. But if you send a panda his way, everyone basically gets distracted by the cuteness of a panda. But either way, is this Kung Fu Panda now wants to go in for the Lord Dance because the Circling Eagle was used up as well. Rockstar is ready for the Minoan Fury. He's trying to find a time, trying to find the angle. Diablo in the meantime gets that chip damage. There comes in the damage coming in behind, as well as the Minoan Fury knocking up two of them. And Crest follows up with the pick of his own, along with Soul Reaper picked off in that fight as Diablo gets Hades. Both of the EXP laners doing such a phenomenal job because Diablo was able to steal away that Lord. Close combat whatsoever. Gun picks up the Holy Crystal. He needs to save the life of Diablo. And this King of Hell is just not dying.
Ooh, Senegal. What a massive play. Stealing the Lord also going to be very beneficial here, as we've seen them win most of these team fights. And with the 9-6 score currently, this Lord is going to help them get back into the game maybe a little bit. But the turrets and lanes aren't really being pushed, as for now they're more so focused on the side of XP lane. Perhaps could force the side of Team Nigeria to back off, and maybe if they overcommit, you know, trade off with a couple of kills here and there. Although still waiting in for the opportunity to go in. Rockstar maybe.
That is
Okay, heavy spin coming in.
Preemptive Nether Realms there comes in along with the appraisals right from the side angle as Yakuza gets very low in the HP with the Circling Eagle now to try and save the life of their own team with a lot of damage being dealt as the knocker comes into the play, but Gun is there finishing off every single one until Soul Reaper reaps his soul away from him, but Rockstar needs to survive. This does not seem to be his own stage, his own stadium, as Diablo says, I am the King of Hell and I'm here to make this arena a hell. So much back and forth, and it's only 3 people remaining. Soul Reaper from one side and My World along with Kilo on the other side.
Indeed, San Diablo. What a massive play coming from his team side as well, considering, you know, they're going to get the lanes here pushed perhaps, but Team Nigeria is going to be spawning in a few seconds. Taking a look at a bit of the items also, even very well built with the magic defense as well as the defense, physical defense from either of these frontliners, and Fradrian going for a recall also with a bit more tankiness. And this export, Diablo, is just gonna deal so much damage now that he's completed the War Axe alongside the Ice Queen 1. So maybe after Immortality, could maybe go for more aggression with the initiation for his team, though Team Nigeria
Agreed.
does have the counterplay with this Minotaur.
I still want to see a full-fledged perfect engage because it's been very scrappy all around the board as
That's
to what
true.
they're trying to do. I'll be brutally honest because Again, there we go. Crest seems to be in an off angle, gets knocked up, but will finally run away to his teammates as Rockstar is also there. Diablo constantly dealing a lot of damage, being a nuisance, and specifically with this Ice Queen wand now that he's already picked up, which you mentioned previously, Linville, he will be able to get that extra bit of slow effect on the other side. But now, but the Guardian's helmet now being taken by Hades. But here's the thing, if I'm not wrong, Gun is now building the Divine Glaive. So all of those oracles that they've picked up, they're not going to help out whatsoever. You kind of need those solid magic defense items, and the Radiant Armor is just what I was talking about, which already Crest has made up and Rockstar has made up. So they should be able to tank this Nathan, but again, we know that Radiant Armor does not quite work out in the way that we really think it technically should. Necklace of Durance now picked up by Yakuza, so the healing is going to be even less.
Yep. Look at these two duking it out. The export as well as the Fragrant. Diablo just healing up Hades as the other side goes in, but...
Whoa, but that burst insane coming in at the perfect time with a 3-man knockup coming in from Rockstar, but no follow-up whatsoever, hence he was deleted. And again, Crest was the one who was following up on the back of Mathilda, and eventually was taken down. Trevor not in the correct county, and that's the word I was looking for. Finally, I kind of found it.
County,
Hades.
yeah.
County, Sheriff's County.
Yeah, makes sense.
Indeed, but there we go, looking towards the backline. A lot of damage being dealt, low HP on my world, but there comes in Fred with the Appraiser's right, tries to catch one, and he will be pushed out of that Lord Pit whatsoever. The Nether Realms connecting, and that's a triple for Hades. No matter how solid the King of Hell is, there's always the god who will bring him down, and that is Hades. That's the guy himself, Fred Drain. Finishing them off one after the other. True damage is there from Diablo, but look at the top wave. Look at those minions. They're actually crashing onto the base itself, and they've basically decided to switch places. At Skilo will be the one who'll be trying to go in for that steal. He's got the heavy spins, but he does not have it yet off cooldown, as he will be pinned down. Everyone wants to target him, wants to take him down. He'll be pushed out of that Lord Pit, bullied out of that Lord Pit, as he has to use the Retribution to try and survive. Still no heavy spins. Where is the heavy spins? How long is the cooldown? It's so very low in the HP. Chased and deleted.
Quite unfortunate for Kilo there. Their
Finally
rest of the team. Yep, indeed. And they're gonna be one member down here. Crest try and go in maybe for his team before Lord's gonna set up though. I don't think they're gonna fight here, as you know, look at Team Nigeria. They've been playing the objective game the entire match here. Well, maybe okay, maybe they might go in. No, never mind. Take that back. Yeah, but they've been they've been playing the objective game the entire time. So they're looking for the big picture here. And it seems like that scenario is going to be coming soon here with Big Dick Hades. Big Daddy Hades walking up forward.
Oh my god. Yeah, eventually he lost his Faragama a bit too early than he kind of wanted it to. But he's got to go backwards now to basically get it backwards, as there comes in a preemptive Nether Realm to try and go in for that dive. That is not normally how we usually see the Nether Realms being used up, and only because of that we're seeing the Lord taken care of in the crystal itself. A perfect defense for Senegal as of now, but they've got to take care of these minion waves. Entropy is available for Gun, so he should be able to take care of it.
Okay, maybe team fight breaking out here. Not sadly going in, but again, Team Senegal forcing an engage, while Team Nigeria just watching them poke the front tanky frontliners. Just, you know, not even being phased. They're like, oh, was that a fly that hit me? Sorry, might sound disrespectful, but it is what it is currently right now. But they are in a sort of stalemate here. Both teams not really doing much to each other, unless maybe after taking out one of these key backliners that have been posing a huge threat for either team square. Take a look at the side of Team Senegal. It's been Yakuza alongside Dikong KD, but in Team Nigeria, Trevor alongside Soul Reaper. Yeah, it has been like very dominant. Although you can't forget Big Daddy Hades has, you know, that with the appraisal's rat damage took a triple kill earlier. So, you know, can't neglect these tanky bruisers.
How boring can a fight get? That is exactly what we are seeing right now in the top lane.
They're doing anything.
Exactly! They're doing it on purpose though. I know it 100% they're doing it on purpose, but wait a second. Rockstar might be caught off guard in a pretty awkward angle, but it's absolutely fine. He's moving backwards. Here's the thing, like one of the most important part in this situation is the fact that Soul Reaper has to be at a good positioning whatsoever. Brings in back Diablo with the Ghostbuster. He's gonna lose the Piraga armor, but it's fine. He's gonna move backwards as well because again, he's an Xbox.
Indeed.
I was about to say that
Oh,
Gun was making up the blood wings and now he's basically got it. So that's extra movement speed and a lot of magic damage.
indeed. And very excited to see what's gonna happen. Perhaps maybe if these teams fight it out here, the Lord is spawned. So Team Nigeria might be trying to bait this out and waiting for the rest of Team Senegal to go in.
Oh,
Though
Luis TP.
sidelines are being split push. There's a TP coming in, but it's gonna be a fake call as the rest of Team Senegal here just placing it out. Okay.
Oh my god, they were caught in a horrible positioning and Yakuza was deleted. The damage coming in from Trevor, now hitting like a truck and the entropy only to try and survive. But KD, look at the damage from the Ghostbusters. It was mind-boggling. And now Diablo just trying to choke, just soak up some of that damage right now. Netherlands has been
Indeed.
committed. Not quite sure as to why it was. Everyone was having a decent amount of HP, but it's fine. They kind of want to go in for that re-engage as well as
Safety.
they take the mid
Yeah.
inhibitor. Yep, I would agree. The safety net coming in, lasting insanity. As soon as it was popped, it was removed. Oh my god, look at the amount of damage by Trevor. My goodness. Diablo losing the immortality at this point is a big
Yeah.
problem. Because now if he goes in for the Lord fight, he does not have anything to fall back onto.
I'm telling you, it's the Sea Halberd that gave him that 8% damage boost. Considering Glenn doesn't have any bonus HP, besides the endless battle. But Team Nigeria here, very comfortable in the front lines. Almost every turret down for Team Senegal, not looking great, as Lark is going to be marching down in a matter of few minutes or seconds, you could say. But they need to look out for a certain objective or maybe take out a backline, but Team Nigeria has not been giving any space. But I just thought I'd see Diablo here, maybe punish any member of Team Nigeria. With him being an X-Borg, does a lot of damage to these tanky frontline, but I haven't seen him commit fully to it. It seems like Team Senegal is very hesitant on making these big decisions.
I would not disagree with you on that point. Shoes have now been sold. Gun
Yeah.
probably is going for the immortality to survive for a while and basically have a fallback plan. But on the other side of the spectrum, though, a lot of damage being dealt by Soul Reaper. Now they're going to go in for the engage as well as the lasting insanity comes in to try and zone all of them off with the entropy combined with the Nether Realms. That's going to be the minimum fury catching absolutely no one. But the next knockup with the follow-up is definitely enough to catch Diablo out there. Killing spree coming in from Trevor. He's pretty low in the HP as well, but guns him down. Oh my god, that tongue twister is insane. Just like the defense of Senegal. But look at that TP play.
Hold
They've
up.
got no clue about it. That was an insane diversion. And with the dispersion combination, Hades is sent back to the underworld along with Crest, who's not going to survive. But look at the base. Look at the base. Minions have cleared the crystal. Oh my god. Nigeria win the game. They lost the battle, but they won the war.
Well, this is kind of poetic if you think about Team Senegal here. Focus on those individual objectives or kills for their team and those team fights, but missing out on those neutral targets and turrets. Now, the way how they lose the match is true because they lost all their lanes. The minions ended with the backdoor, and that was just really sad, I'd say. Coming in, the Team Nigeria played wonderfully well, not really finding a place to counter though in those team fights, as you do have the Minions Fury for knockup effects, but what does that matter if the Akai pushes the rest of your teammates away from your crowd control? So yeah, I think this goes to Team Nigeria.
I would definitely agree, and my oh my, what a game. Even the itemization that we saw, they were all
Indeed.
decent, perfect, picture perfect to be honest, and just when we thought Senegal can basically ride
Oof.
this comeback, at that very moment, the minion said, maybe not today. And it's actually poetic because I was about to mention
Yep.
how their top inhibitor was taken down by those minions. And that's exactly what happened to their Crystal. The top lane Mega Minions seemed like they were on a different buff right now. They were they were they were buffed up by the Esmeralda, man. I'm telling you, they were buffed up by Esmeralda. So
Indeed.
yeah,
My queen, my queen.
absolutely, our queen.
Indeed.
Our
Our
queen,
queen, yeah.
our queen. Yes, that's where we come into play. But either ways, ladies and gentlemen, that was the game. That was it. Nigeria have won it and have moved to the next phase. Thank you so much for tuning in to this evening. This was me, Skated, alongside me, Linville. We were your casters, we were your storytellers. And if you really liked our casting, make sure to check us out as well. Follow us on all the socials that you can basically find. But at the same time, make sure to hit that like button, click on the subscribe button as well. Click on the follow button if you're following us, and then again make sure to hit that bell notification so that you do not miss out on the upcoming matches too. This is again IESF World Esports Championship, road to Riyadh. It was Nigeria versus Senegal, where Nigeria closed the game out. It was a best of one, and they were the ones to survive. We'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time with another match. Till then, stay tuned, have a good night.
Bye bye. Have a good one, guys.